Hey folks, welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at question 1423, maximum points you can obtain from cards. So the summary of the question is, given two inputs, which is an input area of integers and a number k, you need to choose k numbers either from the leftmost or the rightmost side such a way that the sum that you have gives you the maximum sum. And you need to choose that in the way that you choose only right and leftmost, and you cannot repeat the elements. So basically, if you look at the examples, the solution is pretty simple. So today, instead of writing the approach in the comments, I actually decided to explain the approach as I solve the solution because it's easier that way. So let's get started. So let's initialize a sum, a new integer called sum, which is equal to 0, and we will have a for loop. So the for loop, what it's doing is it's adding the first k elements. So we will see in a second why that is. So let me just, so this would be C of I. So this part of the code, what it's doing is it's just adding the first k element. That's it. And I know it's not the max, but we will quickly come up with another method to calculate how best to work with it still. So we have int max is equal to sum. So what we will do is we will create a new for loop, which will have k iterations, and what we'll do here is that we will recalculate the sum. The way we will be recalculating the sum is we will say, hey, take the current sum and just imagine that you're adding the element from the end. So that would be what? So we need another variable for that, c dot length. So sum, and then you're adding the alternative, which is the end. So that would be n minus k, right? If you're adding the n, that means one element from the leftmost wasn't added. So you're subtracting that. So what you do is c k minus I. So what this does is that for every single element that was added, you're checking if the alternative was added, which means the rightmost element was added, thereby one less element from the left wasn't added. I hope that makes sense. So after you calculate the sum, you check the max again. Max. So what are we doing here? So we look at the new sum and you calculate that again, or you assign the previous max itself, and then at the end of the array, at the end of the for loop, you just return the max. Okay. Wrong answer. Why is that? So let's quickly think about that. Oh, c n minus I. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And then you submit, and then that's good. So the time complexity of the solution is O of k, since we have two for loops that go from 0 to k or 1 to k. And the space complexity is O of 1, since we do not have any additional data structures. Yes. I hope that makes sense. The solution, this is a tricky part of the entire solution, but if you try to visualize it, it makes sense. And then once you understand the solution, it's pretty intuitive to code it up. Well, if there are any questions that you want me to solve, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.